Hey everybody, it's your boy Gospel Professor. The Professor is just here to make another YouTube video with you to share a little bit with you on how to do things without a whole lot of money and how to enjoy life and enjoy life more abundantly. As you all know, this channel is dedicated to bass fishing, kayak fishing, any kind of fishing, and cars. I like classic cars, so my two things that I enjoy the most, fishing and cars. And today I want to show y'all a little bit about my Mopar. I gave you a preview of my 1964 Chevy SS Impala, and the reviews were really great. And I got a lot of positive feedback, and I know you want to see more of this kind of stuff. So therefore, I want to provide you with this video. I'll give you a little bit more into my car collection. That I'm a school teacher. I don't make a lot of money like people think, but it's how you do things. You don't have to have a whole lot, but you got to have some know-how and be willing to get your hands dirty. So today I'm going to go into this car that you see behind me. Yeah, this is my baby, my 1973 Dodge Charger. Again, this is my 1973 Dodge Charger, and I'm going to share that with you. So stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button and let somebody else know that the Gospel Professor is on. All right, before we get right into this video here, I want you to see this on today. And I just realized I did not have my microphone up in front of me. But I want you to see what we have here on today. So notice on the top, I want you to see my original car. Let me go back here and click in another video here. My original, oh, not that one, wrong one. My original car. Let me see if I can pull up the pictures for you here of my original car. So as you can see here, this is the original car. I found this car in Louder, South Carolina. One of my friends and I was, my wife and I was over their house, and we were just talking, and I kept telling him, I want a muscle car, man. I got this Impala, but I want a muscle car. And he said, man, I've seen one. So he went back in the back room and pulled up his cell phone, and behold, he said, man, I saw this sometime back when I was in South Carolina. You know, maybe it's on there. So you could barely see the phone number that was written on there with that white chalk paint. And I was able to get that phone number, and I called for like 2 weeks. And I finally got somebody to answer the phone, asked some guy about this car, and this car was sitting pretty much almost in a cornfield in South Carolina, just baking in the sun. As you can see, this car is not in very good condition at all. So clearly, you see what I got now versus what I had, that I might know what I'm talking about. So if you can see here, it's pretty rusty. So this is when I got it finally to the house. They had the originally wheels on there, but you can see that there's a lot of rust here. But one of the key things is this is not rusted all the way through. This is just what we call surface rust. So if you're willing to put forth a little elbow grease and get a little scrub on, you too can fix this and make you a beautiful car on a budget. So I think I might have paid $2,500 for this. Even in my opinion, I still probably overpaid a little bit for this. But the body was straight. That's key. The body was straight. The floor pans were in excellent shape. That's key. And it also had an engine, and it had the original transmission in it. So some would say, nope, you got a great deal. And maybe I did. But as I found out, the transmission was trash. I mean, it's got a 727, which is an awesome transmission. But the transmission in there at a particular time was trash. It didn't work. And the engine in there, I could get it to fire up, but the engine in there was blown. It didn't blow a head gasket. It had a bad piston, and I could tell in that, so it was skipping. But I did have the shell for it. So those things are key as we start forward in this. So I'm going to go through a video, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to stop. As you all know, I'm known for navigating my videos. So let's go. Hey. Beautiful day here in the Carolinas. Haven't done a car video in a while. You know, I got a couple of cars, so today I thought I'd do a car video and show y'all my Mopar no car, baby. Mopar no car. This is my 1973 Dodge Charger. I completely restored this thing. You'll see the before and after pictures. When I found this thing, it was a... So again, I may be jumping ahead of myself here. Original motor that was in here was a 400 big block. I think it was a 400 RB raised big block that was able to take this that engine out and replace it. You'll see that I replaced a number of things as I go through this video. Complete rust bucket. So we'll just start from under the hood. Of course,
got the 440 in this.
So I got this 440. I had to have the 440. I was talking to my engine guy. No, I did not completely rebuild the engine myself. I did pull it myself, which was a task. All these things I learned, and believe it or not, I learned them from what? Watching YouTube. Believe it or not, YouTube has been a great source for me. So I learned how to pull that engine with a cherry picker from YouTube. And I pulled the engine, took it to my engine guy, and he said it was gonna cost him it was gonna cost me the same whether he did a 400 or 440. Now I know a lot of people like the 400 because they were stoking those engines and they were making stoking them and that kind of thing. And I knew I wasn't gonna do that, so I got on what? Craigslist. And as I got on Craigslist, I went looking for a 440 and I found this block. Now, originally, there's some dispute between me and the guy about the block because he said he told me that the block was no good, that it wasn't cracked or anything, but that the engine wasn't turned over. Because I was hoping I had to put more money into an engine. I was hoping that I was gonna get an engine that was running. I think this 440 came out of a Chrysler New Yorker, if I recall. So I got the block from him, and I think I overpaid for this. I want to say I paid $900 for that. Yeah. But I wanted the 440. It was in the Carolinas where I live, and I drove maybe 2 hours to go get it versus some of the other ones I found that was in better shape and all this stuff. But I would have to drive all the way like to Kentucky or Tennessee, and I didn't really want to do that at that particular point in time. So therefore, I just decided to go with the local guy, and I bought it from him.
So I went. The original motor in here was a 400. I took that 400 out of here, sold it on eBay or Facebook, Craigslist or something. Looked around, found another 440. I think this one came out of 73 New Yorker. Got this completely rebuilt from the head to the toe. Key black pistons, the whole nine. You see there the double pan carburetor there, 4-barrel carburetor. That is a.
Oh, for those who are asking, who are Mopar guys, yes, I painted it Mopar orange. I know it's not a Hemi. Some will get on you. It's not a Hemi, so it shouldn't be orange. This is my car, my video. I wanted it orange. I painted it orange. Yeah, it was blue.
A Holley, only the best, baby. Holley carburetor there, see distributor cap.
Got that Holley double pump on there.
All this completely redone.
That thing pumps some fuel.
Oversized alternator. Because I got a lot of clip boom in here.
The oversized alternator was
didn't put any headers on there.
You can definitely tell the difference.
So you see the regular manifolds there.
I would have to beat them into submission to fit in this car.
Took out, if I remember correctly, it's been a while. I took out the points.
As you can see up top, I had a lot of electronic issues there I had to remove. So I put a lot of work in this car.
System here, and it's been a pretty good car. Don't get to drive it as much as I would like to.
Definitely don't.
Redid, radiators in here. So redid all this stuff.
Had to find a new radiator, had to find a new reservoir there. There's a little canister right there. That canister was part of the filtration system. Bypassed that. It was already bypassed when I got the car, so I just kept going.
So new radiator. That reservoir, hard to find, but I did find one. This one had a different backup system on this, so we took that out of here. So there's a lot of modifications I did in this car. It's just something fun to have, something I enjoy driving, and it's a freaking beast.
I did have to put in a whole new power steering pump and some other things around the steering. So that was a headache, but we got it done. So I did have to do that also. So when I say a redo, I went under the here and changed the stance of the car. You can control the stance of the car by pulling letting the screw in and out. I did that, and we also went in there and redid the whole front end suspension. So there are disc brakes in the front, there are drums in the back. When I first got this car's drums were locked up. It took me a week to beat them into submission before I can get those caps off and replace all of that stuff. This is Positrack, so it's not a Dana, not that I know of. No, I have not ever changed the rear end fluid in there. I know some say you need to do that, and I've been contemplating doing that, but you never know what you might find in there. So not that I'm scared or anything like that. Just one of those things that I never got around to doing. Because it ran fine, and sometimes with these older cars, if it runs fine, you don't want to go in there messing with stuff. Okay, keep going.
Take the freak off. I'm telling you.
As you can see, that master brake cylinder, it didn't look brand new, but that was brand new. I had to pull that out. It was not getting any vacuum. You got to be able to stop this car. Car almost weighed 4,000 pounds, guys. You got to be able to stop this thing.
posi track in the back. Like I said, this car was blue. It was a rusty blue when I got it.
As you can see here in the side of my video that this car was blue. I painted it black.
I know it's in bad shape. I got it outside. I ain't had a chance to do a whole lot, but put a different grill on the front. I covered that, so it's a little dirty. It need, it need a little TLC. It's been a little while with all my.
Hey, those wheels, I love the cop wheels. So I got the cop caps, and actually I spray painted those guys. Don't tell everybody my business, but I spray painted them with black, just nice strokes. Spray painted them black, put them on. They've been holding pretty good. Again, car on a budget. I'm not a rich guy. I know many of you are not rich. Most of you, if you're average American, you got average money, okay? But there's a way to do this thing and still look good. Because you notice that picture on the bottom of the screen with me holding that plaque? Yeah, I won first. You see the shine on that car? This is an average paint job, by the way. Shout out to my man, Keita, doing that for me. I think my man he painted this for me for like $1,500. And this is polyurethane, one stage paint. No, it ain't. Yes, you can do all these kind of things that other people talk about in their videos, but here, this video is about what? Doing it on a budget. So even you as the average guy can have a nice car. And again, I'm average. You see, I got the first place plaque over there for the best muscle car in the show. And you can see my paint job was pumping. And it's not even bad now. It's just because I need to rub on it a little bit, but it was good then.
Moving, but had these wheels on here. It's all blacked out. I got a little stuff going on here in the back I need to get off. But from it being outside, but this thing is just a monster. The original cylinders up here, I love those things.
Those are cool. So the signal lights kind of shine on the hood right there. I guess this hood is so long you want to be able to see it.
See, even the windshield on the front is tinted.
Tinted the windshield in the front. That was a key. Most people ask, how do you get that slick look and how you get it look so dark? The windshield is tinted. That's the secret. Somebody told me, so I didn't know. I let them do it, and I was like, whoa. But I will say the car is kind of hard to drive in the dark, so I don't do a lot of dark driving because I got everything smoked out. I got everything, all the lights and stuff. You'll see all that stuff is tinted for the look. So I have driven it in the dark, but I ain't gonna sit and tell you that I feel the safest. But why? Because I can't see. It's dark on the outside and it's really dark in the inside, as you will see, because everything is black smoke.
Everything on here, and like I said, if you know anything about the Mopar, you only got the one mirror that was on the passenger side, original there.
They only come with one mirror. Remember that? The only one you're gonna be passing on.
Went in here, like I said, got the oversized tires on the back, the Cooper Cobras. There's the only way to get
smaller wheels in the front, bigger wheels in the back.
So, like I said, I redid this whole thing, man. When I first got this car, it had a bench in it. It was a bench seat and it had a column shift, a bench seat, and it was a column shift, and I redid all of that. So it took me a little bit. So you can see here, you can see a little bit of my blue coming off right there.
Again, that's my spray paint. Sorry, I'm on a budget.
So it's been a while, you need some TLC. But still, it's a Mopar. This car is almost 50 years old.
I was going for the black and gold look there. So that is actually for wrapping. You can get it the same wrap that they use to wrap cars, because my original idea was I wanted to wrap the bumper of this car. So I even went to a professional and they could not get me the metallic gold that I wanted to wrap my bumpers with. So therefore I had to abandon that idea, but I really thought this would be so freaking sweet if I could have wrapped the rear bumper and the front bumper in that metallic gold.
Man, it is what it is, man. All right, give you a look in inside here. We did the dials. This dial and this speedometer was no good, so I had to get another one. So I think I got this one out of Roadrunner. If you know anything about that time period, they all fit on top of each other. It had a little kaboom.
So remember time period from was it 1968 or 69 all the way to like 1974. Most of the parts of those cars and the Mopars were interchangeable, especially between the Roadrunners and the Plymouths. The Plymouths and the Dodges. So you're talking about Roadrunner. So actually, I think this job, like I just told you, came out of Roadrunner, which is technically a Plymouth, right? Yeah, it's a Plymouth. So, but this is a Dodge. So I was able to connect parts because I have stuff that didn't work.
Yeah, so I got a little knock in here, as they would say. Went back, got the shift kit. So this transmission is a 727. It's been completely rebuilt. So
Yes,
completely
that
rebuilt the
transmission is a
transmission,
beast.
727, put a shift kit in it. As you can see here, I'm fighting a fly that wants to bite me. We have this, I mean, this thing here cost me a fortune, but I love it. Pistol grip. Let's see if I can give you a good shot of it. Oh yeah, there you go. Pistol grip, switcher there. I mean, this thing that
Bought that from some guy in Detroit. Again, off of where? Facebook. So I know a lot of people, Facebook get a bad rep, but some of the Mopar groups, there's some solid guys in there, and they were giving me great information, helped me out a lot, and knock on wood, nobody got me. You know, they whatever they said they sent, and I paid for it, and I'm just grateful that worked out.
ratchet strap. Oh man, yeah, love it. Oh, car moving now. Here, didn't get the other wheel, kept the original pedals that were in here. All these are the original pedals. Went back and just decaled all this to white. Of course, this stuff, those who don't know, this was brown. Got a cap on this, you know, the heat beat me up. So like I say, it needs a little love, y'all. It's been a while. Seats. These are original seats that I was able to find. I think I found these on, yeah, Craigslist, man. I mean, y'all be surprised what you find. Craigslist or eBay. Somebody was ready to get rid of them, and I was like, dude, them are the original seats. So I was able to get that bench seat out of here and put in these seats. To their, you know, it was original to cost. Somebody actually.
Now, one part on this I did fail to remind you or tell you is I had the seat bolts for this, and when I got it, for whatever reason, the bolts were missing. So I had to find the seat bolts. Those are it's the little things on these cars that get you. You know, I had to find the seat bolts, and when I found the bolts, it was like, well, how do I put them in? So I took them to my local mechanic shop, and the guy there was a welder, very skilled welder. Even though I do the welding myself now, but back then I didn't. And I got him to weld the seat bolts in. So the seats are bolted down to the floor pan, but they're welded in. And also that the gear shift, you'll find out that whole thing. There's a whole harness for that thing that I had to buy, and I bought that off eBay, I think. And I had to get that thing. You know, you can have the changing parts, but you got to have the whole harness too. And so I was able to cut the hole in the floor and get the harness, and I got him to weld all those things in. So a skilled welder went a long way. So I did spend good money on welding when it came to welding those pieces in, and also welding, you know, the mufflers and that, because I did take off the glass packs.
Like they recovered them, but these are the original frames, and that's why I was stoked to be able to get those. Of course, put in new carpet. The floor, believe it or not, somebody had already did the floor pan in here, so I didn't have to redo the floor pan, so that was nice. As you can see, this used to be column shift. Took that out. Like I said, I found the linkage, put that down here in the floor. Found this again. I think it was eBay. Found this on eBay. Of course, this is covered, like I said, it's starting to peel a little bit now. Found this on eBay. Was able to find that. This I think came out of a Road Runner. You know, during that time period. So remember the Charger and the Road Runner, all those cars, parts are interchangeable. Little things like this, of course, was eBay. I did a lot of things on eBay and Facebook. You know, Facebook was really good to me, and I'm grateful for that. Redid the
Shouts out to my man Andy Poole. Bought a lot of parts from Andy Poole down there in Alabama. Andy was great to me. Always sent me good parts and was a good service. I appreciate it, Andy.
I know here, all that was gone. Redid all this, you know, painted all that. Now my seat in the back. Again, I think I was on Craigslist and I saw the seat in the back, and this seat came all the way down from Louisiana, and my brother was able to pick it up for me. My brother's a truck driver. He got it for me, brought it back so I could have a seat. Now my tire don't fit in the back because I got so much other stuff in my trunk, which I'll give you a little peek.
I always keep a spare. I just cannot ride around without a spare.
So, but love this.
Oh, what's I'm also not telling you is I end up having to do the ceiling in here too. So I had to put down a new vinyl covering the ceiling with the bows. That was hard. I ain't gonna lie. The bows were hard because I didn't know exactly how they went back in there. And then you had to put them in there, you had to scratch it, and then trying to use the heat gun but not melt it. Yeah, that was tough.
Car, man, it's a freaking beast. I will crank it up for you here in a bit. All right, where my keys at? Okay, in my pocket. All right, so give you a little bit, like I said, I showed you a little bit of the engine. Again, that was the 440. And in the back, these trunks are humongous. But even though this trunk is humongous, I was
polishing the car and I didn't get all the polish off, so please excuse that.
Stuff in here. You know, I kept the original tag here. I did have to put a new floor in this trunk. The floor was completely rusted out. In fact, when I got it, whoever had it before me was using that to put in the gas. He had a gas can sitting right here. I was feeding the gas through.
Yeah, what was crazy about this car, when I got it, they had they had a regular gas can that you lose for your lawnmower, whatever, the red can, and the guy had a hose feeding into a regular gas can. The gas tank under there was completely gone, so I had to replace that tank. That wasn't too hard to find, but what was hard to find for that tank was the straps to hold the tank up. That was probably one of the hardest things to find. And then when I found them, they were crazy expensive. I think those bolts were like $60 or $70 a piece. Whew, yeah. But I did get the scraps and got my tank up. But the tank was missing when I got the car. And like I said, you heard me saying in the video, there was a hole in the trunk. And what they were doing was they just had a hose. The backwoods fashion, they had a hose just going in there from the gas tank. Accident waiting to happen. But I certainly wasn't going to do that.
Floor. So I did go back and put in another floorboard. Put this in here, the dead sound. Of course, you see that's why I can't get those speakers in here. Those back tire in here because I got this amp and all this kind of stuff back here. So she thumped a little bit, but you can see the trunk is humongous. So this box here, I think these are 15.
I can lay in that trunk, and I'm over
so
6
I
feet.
can blow the heads off somebody with the amp and all that stuff back there. But as you can see, the trunk is humongous trunk, lots of space. And like I said, I did all that. I bought the sheet metal and I didn't tack weld it. I just put it in, screwed it down. I mean, I know the car's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. And I know some say, oh, it's not perfect. You did this, you did that. Hey, it was my car. I did what I wanted to do, like I said, and it's a freaking beast. So I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna fire this sucker up for you one time so you can hear it roar, and we'll go from there. All right, hope you're enjoying the video so far. So this is how I redid my Mopar on a budget. There I have the original seat belt, so I do have the seat belts.
Yeah, I'm going to improve those.
You know, of
and
course,
maybe
it's
get a
old
3-point
stuff.
harness.
Always messing up, but my biggest thing is it runs like a champ. Listen to that. You listen to
Don't
that.
ever get tired of hearing that.
Oh, I redid the I did redo the mufflers and the sound system. Not the sound system, but the pipes in the back.
Those are Super 10s, I think they were. Flowmaster Super 10s is what I put on there with those large tips. Oh, and then I did add the, as you can see there, I did add the air shocks in the back. Those are Jackrabbit air shocks. There's a little place that you put air in it and you can jack the car up. So that's how I get that stance. I know I'm giving away all my secrets.
Here, on my radio. Sometimes I got so many issues going on with this thing, I don't even remember how they even turn it on. But anyway, as you can see here, this is what we got. I'll probably push it back out.
Oh, I did change the switch also.
All right.
The keys on that one no good, so I changed all the locks
So
and the
that
switch.
is my car. That was my project a couple years ago with the Mopar. Enjoy doing these things on a budget. I mean, I know it ain't perfect, but it's perfect for me. And Any guys who just love that good Mopar, just have something to do. Like I said, it was a good project. I did this maybe 3 or 4, probably like 4 or 5 years ago now. But enjoyed the search, enjoyed the doing it. And like I said, it's still turning heads. If I get a little wash on it today, I get stopped several times about it, and people want to come up to me and race me and get smoked. Right? All right. Y'all take care. Hey, like, subscribe, and hit notifications on my channel where we talk about fishing and cars, man. Fishing and cars. And today I showed you my Mopar. All right. Take care. Peace.
All right, so I hope that you had a good time. So you saw how I transformed my Mopar from this rust bucket to the awesome car that you saw in the video on a budget. Like I said, it took me a little while, to find pieces and stuff, but I used, Craigslist and went to local junk yards and all kinds of things to find parts, and just really blessed to find good parts. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, share this video with somebody else. And remember, if you don't have a Mopar, you don't have no car. Take care. Peace.